I'm going to reveal a detail that has been missing from my previous videos. When you learn it, you might be surprised. It might be an eye opener, or you may have already figured it out. Welcome to Thoughts from an Old Man. Perhaps I should retitle my channel Thoughts from an Ordinary Man. In one of my previous videos, probably Legacy Letters, I mentioned that I wrote a memoir for my sons titled Memoirs of an Ordinary Man. The purpose was to pass on stories from me to my children. I'm an expert on those stories, but they were largely unknown to my sons. When I began Thoughts from an Old Man, I had a vague idea of what my channel would be. I was confident in that vagueness. The type of content I would produce, the messages I would pass on, who would I be speaking to, was just a fuzzy idea floating on my head, like many of my journal entries. I did some homework after the fact, and I was amazed on how many creators are that are just promoting an idea that they have a secret, several secrets, or the secret to something. Excuse me. Better content, more likes, subscribers, the best hooks, the best finish, how they made lots of money this year, whatever, just some claim. The holy grail, of YouTube creators. Now, more than a dozen episodes later, my direction is just beginning to become a little clearer. A roadmap of sorts is forming in my mind. The fact is, there is no secret. Everything needed is out there. However, it takes a little effort to filter out the noise and listen to the creators who deliver a video that teaches you a valuable lesson, reveals some idea or concept, or just merely grabs your attention. And without wild claims that the video you just watched and enjoyed, without the pressure to listen to every word or every sentence, is gospel of how to do something. Fill in the task. Write better hooks, get likes, subscribers, investors in your scheme, build stronger muscles, meditate like a monk, write a best-selling novel in a month, and the list of claims goes on. You just want to watch a successful video, something that works. Thoughts from an Old Man is not intended to teach or show you how to live longer, reach 80 plus in a reasonable shape, be happier with your life, content with your family, reach nirvana or some enlightened state of mind, or be the leader in some field or accomplishment. My goal is to be a guide for your own path. The secret is out there. Probably won't find it here, maybe a small piece or two. If I'm lucky and skilled enough, there might be some wisdom found in Thoughts from an Old Man. Just sit back, watch, listen, and reflect on my take on things. I'm just one small voice among many. The secret, I'm using it now, is to filter out the BS and noise and to absorb the pearls. Not to overthink, not to compare yourself or compare me to some voice in the void proclaiming to be an expert, a source of truth, or a self-proclaimed guru of wisdom. That's a tongue guru of wisdom. Should have read that several times out loud first. If you're interested in your mental well-being, the National Institute of Mental Health is a better source for guidance for questions than this old man. A tip sheet from them and a link are in the description of this video. If you Google secrets of aging well, you'll be overwhelmed, and I won't add to the noise. When I was learning to paint about 10 years ago, I found many videos on YouTube to learn about painting, and I took a few classes in person. I found one video creator of particular worth. That was Clive 5 Art. Clive shows you what he's doing, encourages mistakes, all without telling you how to market, sell, or monetize your work. Just paint. If you want to learn how to paint, go to Clive 5 Art on YouTube. I've followed him for many years in my painting journal. He has a casual, folksy style coupled with lots of content showing you how to paint without telling. A link to his YouTube channel is in the description of this video. No noise or BS. There are several real experts to guide you in your journey in life and learning. The task is to find them when one is needed. When your car isn't running right, people ask friends for good mechanics. When your AC is blowing hot air, the same is true. You ask your doctor for advice or referral to a specialist. Life coaches and content creators fill the internet, and that's a problem. Who do you trust? Again, referrals are a guide. Use professional organizations as a starting point to find experts, not the internet void. I think the goal of listening to Thoughts from an Old Man is to provide a guide or an example of a path to follow, or suggest paths that you hadn't thought of, or just inspiration to keep searching with your BS filter on. I'm not a guru, I'm not even an expert. I'm just a traveler like you. My plan is not to accumulate subscribers. Oh, that would be okay too, I guess. I plan to share ideas and lessons from my 80 years of circling the sun. Part of my motivation in producing content for Thoughts from an Old Man is to work out ideas on paper, then produce a video about the lessons I've learned or ideas I want to pass along. I'm working on a list of missteps that I've taken. These should be more enlightening than my video on stupid things I've done, and a little harder to write about, to grapple with, and to find some inner acceptance of them. They are harder to say or to admit in public, and I have one in mind. A final thought. It's hard to admit that you did something wrong, made a poor choice, or followed a person or idea in error. Just remember to turn on your BS detector meter. See you next time on Thoughts from an Old Man. Still creating and thinking at 80 plus years of circling the sun. Some of the time without my BS meter running.